There is growing recognition that technology can add value to assessment and feedback practice by supporting a wider variety of approaches. Some technology-assisted assessment and feedback practices yield particular benefits for lifelong learners, such as flexibility, personalisation and authenticity. The University of Derby Corporate have been exploring how they can work with employers to achieve these benefits when developing work-based programmes.
Four years ago, as part of the Strategic Development Fund from HEFGE, the University of Derby submitted a bid to launch University of Derby Corporate, which was seen as very different, but also continued the work that we had done previously around Learn Through Work. And really what the university wanted to do with this project is to set up the infrastructure necessary for sustainable business to work with employers on an ongoing basis.
The University of Derby Corporate works with a wide variety of organisations to deliver and to accredit work-based learning programmes and qualifications. The UDC also works with work-based tutors and offers them a course that assists them with their training. This is called Supporting Work-Based Learning, or SWIBL for short.
It's also a stepping point for them, so that, and it's an important staff development point for in-company tutors, that they can then do that. They can then become accredited lecturers of the university. They have access to all the staff development within the university. And they can then go on to our postgraduate certificate if they want. So it's almost like a progression route for them. They will tell you that it's really shifted their emphasis from teaching, as in terms of delivery, to encouraging people to learn, which is actually what companies want. They want people to be much more proactive in their learning, much more inquiring.
With just 3 face-to-face days for the SWIBL course, an important part of the process is the ability for learners to get regular online support and feedback from their tutor. UDC have developed a portal for students and staff to use that allows a very flexible, supportive and reflective approach to learning.
The portal is such a range of different things. So it's an e-portfolio for the learners. It's also a sort of resources hub for us to put everything that we need on there by way of course materials. The key thing about the portal is the opportunity it gives the learners to reflect. So they'll reflect on what they've learned, and then we as tutors have an opportunity to point them in the right direction. We can give them feedback almost immediately on whatever they've written. Reflection really supports them to capture their learning. It makes explicit what's implicit in terms of their learning. So they've got a record, they can see what they've done, they get some support around that, they get some feedback on that, and then it starts to build this journey.
It forces you to go around sort of the learning cycle, so coming back and capturing what went on in the session or the experience that you've had and trying to draw some conclusions. So I found that a very strong learning tool, if you like.
There was a resource section in there, and that contained an awful lot of relevant information that was a combination of stuff that the University of Derby had put onto it, but also information that had come out of the various face-to-face sessions we'd had been collated, and that was also on there as well. So that was a really useful resource.
We have bought the Derby portal. We've renamed it e-learning platform, and all our people on the management development programme are going through with Derby University our platform, and we're also opening it up now to staff as induction. When we go out and talk to potential clients, we're getting some phenomenal reaction in that there's nobody in the industry using that sort of format at the moment other than us. So we're getting some really positive feedback.
The UDC is very aware of the importance of accreditation of prior experiential learning, or APEL, and in a Jisc-funded project has developed a tool for the automation of APEL known as eAPEL. Anne Minton explains further.
We found that because we did a lot of individually negotiated programmes at the time, we were spending hours on the telephone saying the same things to people, and that what we really wanted something that was quite interactive, so it was like an initial diagnostic for them, to give them a bit of confidence to think, actually, when I have my first conversation with a tutor, I know what they're talking about, and I've actually put some thought into this process. So it was about them gathering their thoughts and starting to gather together the kinds of things that they might put together for evidence, but that also the back end of it, if you like, the tutor end of it, you could use for giving the students feedback, but you could also use it to manage your APEL service. So you could see where people were in the system. So you've got it all housed within one place. So it's another e-portfolio really. It's also great for staff development in terms of allowing other tutors who are not familiar with APEL and who are a bit unsure about it to actually look at previous claims and be able to see them, and you've not got the storage problem.
We set up an accreditation process by which we could take a company programme and provide it with recognition in terms of credits. We're seeing an increasing demand for that. And I think the very basis of work-based learning is that the curriculum is constructed from the workplace. What is increasingly happening is we're having the emergence of the merging of both curriculum in the workplace and the ability to facilitate that through technology. So the two are coming together. The technology has moved on so fast that we can actually have richer learning environments.